Party African Action Congress, I hereby extend this party flag of victory to Comrade Omoyele Sowore, aka Omoyele, incoming President 2027.
At the table. We are here to shatter the table from which Nigerians have long been subjected to evil neo-colonial policies designed to keep us as second-class citizens. You all know we are not a party of godfathers. We have no retired generals on our board of trustees, nor do we visit corruption, build mansions to take instructions. Our power has always come from the people. That is why even when arrests are made, bullets are fired at us, tear gas canisters are hauled at us, we stand firm, proving time and time again that we are the party that will never betray the people for a pot of porridge. We have blazed the trail, ladies and gentlemen. While some claim that there was no alternative to dictatorship, we declared revolution now in 2019. Many of us paid dearly with arrests, assaults, brutality, detention in several dungeons. That attempt to suppress dissent only gave birth to more revolutionary actions. As with the NSAS, protests clearly showed. While others were busy issuing statements, we took to the streets and remained there even after the massacres occurred across the country. Before then, we had drawn the world's attention to hunger ravaging the nation through the heating of pans, which is referred to as cacerolazo protests, a call that was later amplified during bad governance protests against the so-called removal of fuel subsidies, which only serve to enrich a few individuals. We have never blamed the poor for being hungry. The system was deliberately designed by thieves in this country to enrich themselves. Whenever the foundations of the establishment have been shaken, you always find the footprints of the AAC and our movement. Take it back. Take it back! Now look at what they are doing to secure their loot and the power they have stolen. Security has been privatized, one of the most dangerous developments in Nigeria's history. They quote their own constitution, which says that the welfare and the security of the people shall be the primary responsibility of the government. Yet their primary objective and responsibility has been self-enrichment, not the protection of Nigerian people. That is why they have outsourced the responsibility to private individuals responsibilities of the security. The Navy has been sold in the Niger Delta region. The protection of our waterways and creeks has been handed over to individuals who in the past even know that they are questionable. This is not the first time they have seized national assets without considering the consequences for the people. Look at what they did to Bakassi in Cross River. It is not only in the creeks, the police have become an enforcement organ of the ruling class. You only hear to serve and protect during official functions, when in fact they are not protecting lives and property or citizens, but serve as a tool for the highest bidder to oppress the poor and the vulnerable. The same applies to the DSS, the State Security Service, which has become a vicious attack dog against our fundamental human rights. None of these have deterred our resolve. We continue to fight against oppressive laws, oppressive law enforcement officers and the police. We also have fought for them to the point that we drove away an illegal IG in this country so that other policemen can have a shot at progress. Our fight for police led to the promotion of over 100,000 policemen in this country. They hate us, but we love them. We have also fought against the wicked pension system for the police and other retirees in this country. Today, they may not be doing exactly the best, but they know that there's someone out there who is fighting for them. The security architecture in this country, the entire one, is designed to protect the wealthy and also crush the vulnerable. As a party, we will not relent until we demilitarize the police and hold every official or officer of the law accountable for their misdeeds. I'm repeating again, if you're in the security agencies and you do evil, you will pay for it one day under our government. As we work towards this, we must ask, Why is there so much insecurity in Nigeria? When it suits those in power, the perpetrators are labeled as bandits, kidnappers, unknown gunmen, insurgents, or terrorists. That's what they call them. But we all know that the truth is that there are no bandits or kidnappers. These people did not fall from the sky. They are the bitter fruits of the disease tree we call a country, Nigeria. The root cause is the monopolization of state resources. When a few people take everything and leave millions of energetic people without jobs, hope, and a future, they become easy recruits for forces of destruction. That is where our insecurity came from. Don't let anybody lie to you. Whether it is violence in the north, agitations in the south, kidnapping on our highways, often proudly displayed now on social media, these are direct consequences of a system that has produced one of the highest levels of inequality on earth. Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world. You cannot expect anything different. People now find the AK-47 economy more attractive because their government has made them feel worthless in the real economy, where officials steal billions and go unpunished in this country. These corporate criminals are our real enemies. They want us to believe that they are untouchable oligarchs, holding our lives and the economy by the jugular. What we are witnessing is a dangerous shift from state capture to outright private capture, where a few individuals dictate fuel prices, cement prices, food prices, while keeping the government on its knees. In fact, these individuals have become the government. They are the ones governing the country. When a private businessman can hold an entire nation hostage over the fuel of price, that is no longer capitalism, it is eco-terrorism. Yet the EFCC will never touch those people. This same applies to cement prices that have made housing unaffordable for the poor, while owners smile to the bank announcing massive profits every year. This pattern repeats itself in telecommunication sector. You know about MTN, right? Airtel, and all the evil tells in this country. While their owners smile to the bank announcing massive profits, the telecommunication cartels take billions, but providing some of the most terrible services to our people. In our government, there will be no monopolies. We break them up and nationalize strategic sectors so that all Nigerians can benefit, not just a few families. Comrades, fellow Nigerians, the economic pain we feel today is a policy choice. Do not be deceived by those who say only God can solve our problems. God had no hand in our problem. The cruel decision to remove fuel subsidy was not done by God. It was done by Bola Tinubu, who is evil, by the way. Without any palliative measures, our local refinery or refining capacity was taken away, even though we had invested billions in them under the Buhari regime, which is also an APC regime. And so many of these are dictated to us by the World Bank and the IMF, which I call the international monetary fraud. That's what the IMF is. Our government are just copying and pasting neo-colonial economic policies sponsored by these Bretton Woods institutions, whose standard playbook remains devalue your currency, float your naira, remove subsidies, and increase taxes on the poor. You all know now that for every banking transaction you do, you must pay taxes in this country. And you already have been overtaxed. It is tragic that our so-called leaders in this Abuja is a state or a place I call the federal capital of thieves. Simply copy and paste these policies while the rest of us bear the pain. Ironically, the Bretton Woods institutions, World Bank and IMF and the others, impose what they call structural adjustment programs. Since 1980, they have destroyed our textile mills, refineries, they destroyed the middle class, and also our education system. But let me shock you. The same education system they told you should not invest in the 80s and 90s. It's where they are getting nurses and doctors to go and treat their own parents and children in the West. The World Bank itself, the World Bank itself admits that governance has failed and that its loans are being stolen and sabotaged. Yet, he continues to give billions to unaccountable government, piling unsustainable debt on the heads of unborn children in this country. Nigeria has been borrowed back to the Stone Age by the Tinubu regime. We say no to that. We will not pay debts incurred by a corrupt cabal to enrich themselves. We will reject these loans and subject them to a thorough audit. So anybody that is giving loan to Nigeria, you are throwing your money away. You better stop now. Yes, we are not helping any other version of their failed system. We need a revolution. We want to build power from below. That's why we have always stood with informal workers. Over 90% of Nigerian workers are informal workers. We are talking about people who are riders of motorcycles, people who are doing POS, who are constantly being harassed by the government, sponsored thugs. They constitute the real backbone of our economy. It is the people of Nigeria of today that are the real economic power base of Nigeria. And all workers deserve the dignity of pension and great pay, health insurance, freedom from government-sanctioned extortion. The Tinubu government extorts the Nigerian people on a daily basis. We have also worked with organized labor. We've jointly resisted attempts to turn workers into slaves through casualization. We are going to fight casualization. However, the NLC and the TUC must understand that strikes alone are not enough. Revolution is the ultimate solution. The AAC is leading the way. Why negotiate with the government that does not value you when you can stand shoulder to shoulder with the revolutionary party known as the AAC? We have a clear program. We are the only party with a genuinely people-friendly plan. We will reclaim our security by providing jobs, education, and social justice. We will invest massively in education, which has been deliberately bastardized to justify outsourcing our development. We will, and listen to me, we will prosecute those who have looted our country. Whether they wear military medals, governor sashes, or clerical robes, you cannot hide when the time comes. They will face a people's tribunal. The days of looters writing memoirs and throwing birthday parties are over. You steal our future, we steal your freedom. It is that simple. Yes. AAC, we are the party of the future. We are the party of the future. Yeah, thank you. For 8 years, we have changed. We steal your freedom. Yes. You steal our future, we will steal your freedom. That's it. That's it. That's it. For 8 years, we have changed the political landscape in this country. Not by buying votes or delegates with dollars, but by raising public consciousness, marching, sacrificing, and refusing to be silenced or be silenced. The road to Aso Rock does not pass through the bedrooms of governors. It passes through the streets, the factories, and the hearts of millions of Nigeria who know this corrupt system offers them only death and destruction and diseases. Let us walk that road together. Imagine waking up to 24 hours electricity. Imagine your homes and cities and towns so safe that you no longer need prison walls you call fences. Imagine a transportation system so efficient that you can travel safely anywhere in Nigeria by road, water, or air, or by train. Imagine world-class healthcare. You don't have to die in India or Egypt or London. It's so free and qualitative that you don't need to beg to study in Ghana, Togo, or Benin Republic. Imagine food security. Imagine security of lives and property. Imagine employment opportunities where you don't need to know anyone to get into school or secure a job or even get a job interview. And the time has come to fundamentally change. Listen to this. The time has come to fundamentally change our economic philosophy and development model of Nigeria by building economies that are powered by sustainability, productivity, and shared prosperity for the people. For too long, the Nigerian economy has functioned like a black hole, designed only to service greed, gluttony of a tiny elite while millions remain trapped in poverty, unemployment, and hopelessness. The new economic direction, please listen to this, must be people-centered, color-coded, and driven by specific needs and strengths of our population. The true measure of our economic success must no longer be obscene wealth of a few oligarchs, but the prosperity opportunities available to ordinary Nigerians. Today, we introduce some of the 4 people-driven economic models for prosperity. The first is the orange, designed to empower our entertainment, creative, technology, and sports-driven youth population. Nigeria's young people are some of the most talented in the world, yet many remain unemployed and underpaid. Through orange economy, we will invest massively in music, film, fashion, digital innovation, sports, arts, culture, AI as engines of employment, wealth creation, and sustainable prosperity. The second is the purple and pink economy, focused on empowerment and economic liberation of women. Nigerian women sustain homes, farms, markets, communities despite systemic discrimination and exclusion. The purple economy will expand access to finance, education, land ownership, healthcare, technology, entrepreneurship for women, ensuring that they become central drivers of national creativity and growth. The third is the blue economy, built around the enormous powers of rivers, coastlines, and aquatic resources, particularly in the Niger Delta region and the water-rich regions. The blue economy will harness waterways for transportation, clean energy, fishing, agriculture, environmental restoration, industrial development while protecting communities whose life depends on this ecosystem. Finally, we embrace the green economy, a bold transition away from environmentally destructive systems towards renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, climate-conscious industrialization, and ecological protection. The green economy will not only help save our environment, but position Nigeria as a leader in the global transition towards a cleaner and more sustainable and prosperous future. Today, we declare an end to the failed black economy or black market economy. The corrupt economic order built on greed, avarice, environmental destruction, exploitation, insecurity, and endless theft of public wealth. The future belongs to an economy that serves the people, protects the planet, and guarantees prosperity with dignity of all Nigerians. Lastly, August has become a historic and defining moment in the life of our party and our movement. It is leadership and revolutionary movement for the liberation of Nigeria. It was on August 3rd that I was arrested in Lagos for planning revolution now, nationwide mass action. Yet, despite the arrest, intimidation, and repression, on August 5th, revolutionary protests erupted across Nigeria, becoming one of the largest waves of resistance witnessed in decades. It was also in August 2018 that our revolutionary party, the African Action Congress, was vetted as a platform for the oppressed masses and a vehicle for genuine political transformation. Then came August 2024, another watershed moment in our national history, when Nigeria rose across the country to carry out what we know as the bad governance uprising against hunger, corruption, insecurity, and state brutality. History is speaking to us again. This year, 2026, August 5th, we shall declare a nationwide state of resistance against tyranny, oppression, corruption, exploitation, and the destruction of our future. Nigerians must once again rise peacefully, courageously, and collectively to reclaim the country for those who have turned governance into organized crime and cruelty against the people. Be ready. The struggle continues and victory is certain. Just imagine one more last time and waking up in January of 2027 with the AAC leading in all the elections as we take the country from glory to glory. Imagine that. The struggle continues, victory is certain, aluta continua, Victoria aside. Thank you, all to you, Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We hand over the mic to the National Secretary to move the motion of adoption of consensus candidates for our great party, African National Congress for 2027.
Take it back! Sowore Philip Ikpeminogena, I move a Panasonic motion that the African Action Congress do adopt Omoyele Sowore as the consensus candidate of the African Action Congress. And we will seek this a seconder in which all of you will now have the powers to affirm it. So I call on Ogbal for a seconder of the motion.
AAC! Take it back! Action! Revolution! Kí omi yá sí o láti o máa ṣe bójú mọ́ pọ́n wá ṣẹ́ṣe Jonathan Ugba. Having heard the motion for the adoption of Comrade Omoyele Sowore as the consensus candidate of our great party from Cross River. In the 2027 general election, I do hereby second that supersonic, ecclesiastical, authorified, and great motion, having been that this is the only presidential candidate that will liberate our people, and we have accepted it. I second that motion by my time, 1:27 p.m. AAC on this very 26th day of
so much.
the month of May, Anno Domini 2026. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Comrade Jonathan. Also, we want one of the state chairman first to